Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Van Garcia. I am the European Hosting Manager at Veeam Software. Today, with our partner Insights, I'm here to cover the availability part from the Insights Scope initiative. Within the next 10 minutes, you will learn more about how you can build new cloud backup and recovery services with Veeam. First, I will introduce Veeam. So Veeam was created in 2006 with one mentality: build new tool for the virtualization and especially for the data protection. Since 2 years right now, we have introduced a program dedicated for cloud providers or managed services providers named the Veeam Cloud Provider Program. This program is available through Insight into the major countries of Europe. Today, we are working with more than 2,000 cloud providers, and on a day-to-day basis, we help them to add new value-added services inside their offering with the best pricing, and we optimize their infrastructure. What kind of services you can create with our solution? 5 major ones. The first one will be your infrastructure as a service protected by Veeam. Today, the VMs which are currently hosting inside your data center can be easily backed up or replicated by our solution. If you want, you can create some dedicated backup of the service offering. For that, for example, you can create some remote backup as a service solution. That means that your end user split between different end user sites will be able to make a copy of their data directly into your data center. Because most of the time today, our customers and your customers don't have any disaster recovery plan or scenario, you will be able to provide them a real professional solution. Because migration is critical, especially when you engage with a new customer, you can use some technical tools included into Veeam to do this migration. Last point is linked to the monitoring part. Because a lot of our end users today request more and more a kind of proof, so why they decided to move to an outsourcer or to the cloud, they need to do some proof at the internal level. You will be able to provide them some useful information in order to create a real dashboard. Last mid-August, we released a major version of Veeam Backup and Replication, the V7. Why deploying Veeam inside your hosting architecture? First is agentless. Most of the time, you don't have any right or you don't have any access to enter into the data or the VM of your customers because of your agreements. With our solution, you can add this VM into the backup process without any interaction. Each time, we support the latest release or version of VMware and Microsoft. This is the case since last mid-November. Right now, we support vSphere 5.5 and the last release of Microsoft Hyper. You will see in 2 minutes that we have developed tons of features and innovative features linked to the data protection, especially for virtualization. On top of that, Veeam is easy to deploy. Through a unique console, you will be able to manage your own infrastructures to do backup, replication, and of course, restoration. If you decide to backup or replicate 1 VM or 10,000 VMs, you will keep the same architecture. Like I mentioned, since 2006, we have developed a lot of features and we have some patents for that. The first one is instant VM recovery. So what is it? Instant VM recovery will allow you to restart a VM directly from your backup files in few minutes. Because today everybody can do backup, the most important part is the restoration. And Veeam can guarantee you that if you want to restore the data right now, it will work. For some applications, and we developed some dedicated wizards for Microsoft Exchange, SharePoint, and SQL, you can easily restore directly into production some items from this application. For example, you can recover one email, one task, one contact from a mailbox directly into the production. If you want, with a lot of pricing, you will be able to provide an on-demand sandbox in order to apply some patches, to do some troubleshoot regarding some application, database, etc., without any impact on the production. Since August and since the V7, we have integrated two new disruptive innovations. The first one is the built-in one acceleration. So if you have some low bandwidth between data centers from your customers to yours, for example, you can use this functionality based on our software. If you have deployed some HP 3-bar or HP T4000, you will be able to do backup directly from the snapshot. In top of that, we have added 7 market-leading features. So I will not describe all of them, but I put in bold some important ones. So the first one is about Cloud Director. So right now we are able to backup and to restore all the information content into Cloud Director, like the app metadata, etc. If you want, you can provide to your customers a direct access to the Veeam console in order to do the restoration on it. Like Show Backup that will test the backup file, right now we have integrated the same technology for the replication. And of course, we have added a lot of new features, especially one can be useful for yourself. It will be the RESTful API. So today, if you have already created a dedicated portal for your customers, you will be able to integrate all the information from Veeam Backup and Replication into this portal. Next slide, I will describe how you can build your infrastructure based on our technology. For example, I've put in place a backup as a service model. So, into a Veeam infrastructure, you have 3 important roles. The first one is the Veeam Backup Server. The Veeam Backup Server is the heart of our system. It will contain the console, named Enterprise Manager, the licensing, and it will manage all your infrastructure. The second role is the repository. Repository is a storage system where you put the archive of the data. The last part is the proxy. So the proxy will be able to do the deduplication and will do the link between the Veeam Backup Server and the repository. For example, in this scenario, you have on your right your data center where you will host the Veeam Backup Server and the repository, and you have on the left the customer data center where you will be able to deploy some proxies. After that, through your cyber channel access, you will deploy a VPN in order to encrypt the data, and you will do a remote backup as a service. The second one is about the disaster recovery. So as you can see, we can keep the same kind of infrastructures, but we will use the one accelerator in order to replicate the data from the end user data center directly to your ones. Right now, I will deal more about the Veeam Cloud Provider Program. So, for information into our program today, you have 2 ways to deploy our solution. The first one is the Capex model. So the Capex model is named perpetual licensing. So it's an upfront investment, and the licensing is per pack of 10 years. If you want to invest on Opex model, you can, without any commitment in terms of timing on volume, subscribe a monthly usage directly through Insight, and in this case, Veeam Backup and Replication is licensed per pack of 1 VM. If you want to learn more about our solution, you can connect on veeam.com in order to subscribe to our program and get some additional information in terms of program guide, licensing, and of course, request code from Insight. If you have any request, don't hesitate to contact Veeam directly through my contact details or through hosting.emea@veeam.com. Thanks a lot for your time, and I will be happy to work with you. Thank you.